What have we just done? Okay, first things first, I want to wish everyone a happy new year. Happy new year to everyone that's out there, all the Chelsea fans out there, all the rivals out there. At the end of the day, this is football. This is for our entertainment, right? Even though we love it dearly and we allow it to mess with our emotions, don't let it mess your emotions too much, especially with this ownership. I suggest you don't emotionally invest yourself too much. Too much. Okay? Now, I don't think this is the right way we should be starting off this new year. If you ask me, sacking a manager in the middle of the season like this and expecting someone to come in and take the reins and just work wonders at the club and just fix this whole mess. Mm, not the best, not the best, not the best idea in mind. Enzo Maresca joined Chelsea in June 2024, right? With a strong reputation after earning promotion at Leicester City. That means he won something. He won something. He was assistant under Pep Guardiola. So what that tells me is he's seen at the highest level next to the most winning manager in the last decade. He's literally been at his side, seeing what it takes to get the most out of an elite squad. And he knows what an elite squad looks like performing at their best. And before we choose to, just go put all the chips on the table and back this manager, after he's hit the goals that you've set for him last year and went above and beyond by getting you the Club World Cup, you sack him for having some bad form when you didn't fully back him in the summer. Everyone knows that I'm a big Maresca fan, right? Yes, I know he's not been perfect. Last season he went, oh no, this season actually, he went seven league games. He only got us one win. And then last season he had a horrible did perform as well. I'm not gonna act like he's perfect. He's not perfect. But you have to remember what we're doing right now is something that's never been done in the history of the Prem before, which is remodeling the club with a young player model. So for him working with what we've given him, I just know that if someone was to fully back this guy at the highest level, let's say if he was at PSG, the team that he beat with this club, right? Let's say if he was at a PSG and they backed him, he would probably win a Champions League, in my opinion. He would probably win a Champions League. I'm not necessarily saying he's gonna go to the treble, but I think he gets the league. I think if he goes to City, he's gonna help City to progress, still with their winning ways. If Pep leaves, he's not perfect, but Pep isn't even perfect. No manager is perfect. No manager is perfect. Pep had some very embarrassing losses. For crying out loud, Tottenham was a bogey team. Tottenham that everyone who just slaps up, everyone just slaps Tottenham up, gives them atomic wedgies, puts them into the locker, smacks the girl on the ass. On the ass. That's what everyone does to Tottenham. No respect for that club. And I think he was definitely the best available young manager for Chelsea. Tactically intelligent, ambitious, and he works hard. We know about how his tactical approach. We know how he tactically approaches the game. Studies the top teams in Europe, has profiles in the top teams in Europe. Yes, he can sometimes overthink going against the smaller teams, but sometimes when you overthink it, you have experience. That's why you have experienced players there to bail you out. When you overthink it, this is why you have experienced players there. But it's he's already gone. He's already gone, and it's time to move on. And that's where I'm gonna get to my one of my other key points. the tension within the club, the breaking relationships. Maresca, he clearly was letting everyone know from his quote on the worst 48 hours and the narratives and internal conflict and the micromanagement that comes from the sporting directors and above the sporting directors. And speaking on the sporting directors, because that's the point I'm going into right now, they're not good enough. They're not good enough. Paul Winstanley, Joe Shields, Lawrence Stewart, who was Dave Fallows? I didn't even know he was a sporting director of the club. I'm looking at their CVs and they're not at an elite level. These sporting directors, none of them have worked really at a big club at the main, especially at the main club. Joe Shields is the only one that's worked closely with Man City, but he didn't even really work with the main Man City sporting directors. He worked with the under 18s. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like, and I've been talking about the sporting directors. These guys, they've never really even gotten a big hit. The only guy that I would say really got a big hit was Joe Shields with getting Cole Palmer. For Enzo Fernandez, we paid market price, above market price actually, because he could have just waited for him to come in the summer. Same thing with Caicedo, paid above market price. We was trying to do the nonchalant gimmick. Liverpool came in, put a bid down on the table, which forced us to go above what we wanted to do in the first place. You went and got Badiashile. You went and got Desassi, who's right now getting twist up, spun up, spank up by the under 18s. Like, he's literally in under 18s getting twisted up. I seen the highlight reel. This is embarrassing, bro. This is embarrassing. You push Chalobah out the club because he's not good enough, and then you bring him back in. Like, these sporting directors just gotta go. We gotta bring, if we're not bringing in someone like Luis Campos from PSG or one of Man City's sporting directors, a team that's been winning something. I don't know if they have sporting directors by Real Madrid. I don't know if that's just all the Perez Don Perez, but maybe one of the sporting directors from Real Madrid. Start to bring in some real top flight sporting directors that's actually gonna help this club win. That's gonna bring in real talents that want to win. We let Olise fall through our hands. That still hurts me to this day. That still hurts me to this day. We let Ryan Cherky for 30 mil go to the most winning club in English football for 30 mil because of his attitude problems. He was willing to fit the wage structure. And everyone's scared about his attitude problems. Like, you wouldn't be able to flip Ryan Cherky like what you were going to try to do with Garnacho. Like, make it make sense. You're looking to flip Garnacho, but you're scared about Ryan Cherky. Like, you can't flip him. Like, you don't have a French club that you could just send him to if he starts to stink up the place. And this is where we go to the main argument. The ownership. Blueco, Clear Lake, and Bahad Eghbali. I don't even know how to say his name. Fuck him. Okay, I don't care. These guys' role in this whole mess that we're in is a huge factor. This guy Eghbali, especially him, right? His micromanaging of the manager that you picked, of the sporting directors that you picked, it just doesn't make any sense. Why pick these guys if you want so much control? You should be able to pick these guys. And this is why you pick people with experience of doing great things in the past. Not these just fresh, but you have put it like this. You're doing a young player model. No experience of winning in the past. So they're going to need someone with experience to guide them. Oh, never mind. Let's just go get a championship manager. That's all he's won. Cool. Barely any experience at top flight football. So that's inexperience. at the player level and experience at the manager level. Okay, let's just get some sporting directors to bring in some good sporting directors so they could help build a team that's at least good enough in this player. No, we're gonna get Joe Shields, Lawrence Stewart, Paul Stanley, and Dave Fowles. So that's inexperience, inexperience, inexperience. And then you yourself at the top of this, Bet Igbali, you're inexperienced. Do you understand why we're in a mess now? This is why we're in a mess. This is why we're in a mess. Because it's just inexperience just flowing from all levels of the club. And this is why I was okay with Todd Bowley when he was doing his little football manager run, because he was doing a better job than a lot of these guys. A way better job at getting and picking out talent. Igbali, you said that the club on the business end wasn't getting run to its full capacity. Where is our front of shirt sponsor? I remember the Yokohama Tigers deal. I remember that Yokohama Tigers deal. When we thought we wasn't gonna get a front of shirt sponsor, and she ended up pulling, God rest her soul, God be with her. She ended up pulling one of the greatest English front of shirt sponsor deals of all time, getting us some of the biggest paychecks for our front of shirt sponsor in all of English football. Brother, if we're going to go forward with this young player model, we need world class recruitment and we need world class management. And you have to let these guys do their thing. Let them grow through the rough patch. Let them grow through the rough period. And micromanaging does not enable people to grow. Let them stick by their decisions and either sink or float with their ship. Going forward, I don't know what this means for Chelsea's future. A new manager on the way. People are saying it's Liam Rossonor, basically Matisse's French cousin. The wider issue for me is, can we even attract world-class managers anymore? Because this structure, the club structure, I don't think we can. We don't want to pay money. We don't want to pay wages that's going to attract world-class players. Yes, we have some great players at the club already that I generally think are world-class. But if we keep shaking up the ship like this, who's going to want to stay on the ship? Especially when you have a manager like Enzo Maresca that was actually steadying the ship and putting our trajectories upwards. So, to end off this video, I want to ask y'all to comment down below. Do you think Maresca was treated fairly? Where do you think we should go now with the sporting directors? Do you think we should still trust these sporting directors? If you believe that, yo, get on to that. Whoever says that stupid shit that they trust the sporting directors, just in the comments let them feel what we feeling right now. Because I'm not trying to get too stressed out. I'm not trying to max my cortisol. I'm trying to keep the face fatness at like at a manageable level. You know, I've been eating a lot for Christmas. And let me know, do you think the ownership's vision is flawed? Because I do. I do. You know what I mean? I'm drinking chamomile tea right now. This is why I'm so calm. Y'all know me. I'd have been bouncing around this room. I'd have probably drop kicked the camera by now. But I'm chilling. I'm chilling. I knew it was gonna come to this. Maresca, I hope you go to Man City after Pep leaves and they win a Champions League. Just to spit in the faces of these sport directors. I have nothing bad to wish to Maresca. I have none but respect for this gaffer. People was expecting him to be like, come on, he's coming from the championship. And everyone is expecting him to just make all these world-class decisions. Expect mistakes for a young manager that's managing a young squad. Are you dumb? But hey, man, this is just my thoughts. It's been your boy, Jake Ojora. Make sure you join the Discord down below. 2026, we're pushing for the top of the game. Number one. Make sure you follow me on X, follow the Twitch. Hit all the links in the description. Follow everything. Just follow everything. You're gonna want to before the singularity happens. I'm gonna see you guys in the next one, man. Deuces. What are you still doing? Go down the description, man. Hit the links, man. Still watching this video. Like the video. What the fuck are you doing, bro?